Hi everyone, this is Kelly Beard of karmictools.wordpress.com, and this is your weekly forecast for November 18th to the 24th, 2018. This week kicks off on the 19th, which is Monday, with Mars squaring Jupiter. This energy can be expressed one of two ways, like most. You can overextend yourself and your resources, being overly optimistic without actually doing any planning or work, relying on luck alone, and unfortunately, this expression will basically make you pay double in more ways than one down the road. The better way to express this energy is to think of what you're doing today that can benefit you in the future. You have access to foresight, so use it to foresee what your ultimate goal really is and what steps you can take today to make that happen. Focus on what can be rather than what is right now. You also have access to increased energy and desire to push your own limits, consciously or not, which can be useful, but not if you overdo it. Then you defeat the whole purpose. Calculated risk is okay. Impulsive reactions, not so much. This is also the energy of when things are good, they're very good, but when they're bad, they're terrible. So keep it positive, stay focused, and balance your input with your output, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Okay? Deep breath. That's Mars, your inner desire nature, squaring off with Jupiter, which makes everything bigger and challenges us to grow in our consciousness in some way. And with a square, it's usually out of comfort zone into new territory. So be aware. And the full moon this week, which is on the 23rd, is actually the bigger news here, because I also would like to just interject here how you may have noticed a pattern where there are weeks where we only have one or two activations, or even a couple of weeks in the year where we have none at all, but then the following week has 7 to 10. So next week is going to be pretty impactful energetically. It's going to have a lot of personal integration that is supported by the activations of next week. So this week is just about clarifying what you want and thinking bigger in some way, but knowing that you probably do have to consolidate in certain areas so that you can expand in other areas. So the 23rd Gemini full moon always happens during Sag time. November, December launches the research and development process of the year. That's what I call it. This is when you reflect on the last year of your life and determine what it all really means. Gemini Sag energy helps you process the facts and information revealed at this time, while Virgo Pisces helps you sort, sift, release, and integrate what is real for you personally, meaning real for your body and daily reality, as well as what's real for your soul or spirit center, which makes every decision based on what you believe to be true or possible for you. We are coming out of deep, sometimes dark, but always creative Scorpio, and we must sort through to see what buried treasure has come back up to the surface of our conscious awareness. If I remember correctly, the only way to even get diamonds is to blast a volcano or opening in the earth and hope the chunks of rock that fly out from the core are diamonds. My point is, the strongest, best part of us is deep within, and only through rare processes do we get to bring it out and share it with the world in a way that enriches everyone. So this Gemini full moon supports a major data dump. We are releasing old thinking, old ideas, old paradigms, old thought patterns, and most of all, old ways of communicating on multiple levels. It is a delicious opportunity to change your thinking in a fundamental way, which will shift the path you are on. As we release debilitating mental patterns, we move to the Virgo last quarter moon, which is November 29th, and we get to work on the acceptance of whatever is not working. Let go and trust that you are creating a cleaner space for a more efficient aspect of your being to emerge. If it doesn't serve some kind of actual function, it has to go, which clears space for something more useful and relevant to support you in real time. So I'm adding all this little tidbits about the lunation in here because the full moon is going to facilitate our release that precedes the Sag new moon, when we're planting seeds to write and tell and express a whole new truth and story as individuals. So we can use that Sag new moon on December 7th to initiate your new truth and story, or at least do the outline. Mercury is direct and moving through Sag for the final time, so that should help too. Help acknowledge that which is no longer true and bless it for supporting you when it was. Look around for ways to expand your consciousness and learn something completely new and be excited about it. Let's not look at learning how to live at this higher frequency as drudgery, but as the garden it really is. The work that goes into creating and sustaining a garden is hard, but totally worth it too. You get to experience both food and beauty, and that is wealth. Finally, as you clarify the basic new story you want to be part of, we come up on the Pisces first quarter moon, December 15th, which indicates the first step of action since that Sag new moon. But since it's Pisces, it could be more subtle than physical. So I recommend prayer, reverence in nature, intentional solitude, to hear the angels and ancestors wanting to speak to and through you at this time. So this is November, December, basically, as we navigate various holidays. It is also the month of gratitude, both for the various cultural celebrations and because Jupiter rules Sag. And this is the month we contemplate how very wealthy we really are. We are doubly blessed as Jupiter just arrived in his home sign for the once in 12-year stretch. What do you remember about your truth and story changing in late 2006 through late 2007? What was true then that is not true now? What is true now that was not true back then? Jupiter is a benefactor and is known for bringing blessings. The shadow nature of Jupiter is to make things bigger, being too focused on the big picture that you miss crucial details right under your nose, and believing things that may not actually be true. It's the when they seem too good to be true, they usually are kind of energy when it's operating from shadow. This is the first new moon with Jupiter home. So I suggest some meditation on your dream or vision for your life. What have you learned in the last 12 years that you can apply now to support yourself and your community? So this is big, as Jupiter's only here once in 12 years. And then the new moon makes it personal for us as individuals. And then for those of us with Virgo, Sag, Pisces, Gemini, mutable signs activated in our charts, this is also our season of processing. I mean, it's processing season for everybody. But if you have it activated, you should co-create consciously to get the benefits out of everything that you've experienced and learned and navigated and been through in the last 3, 6, 9, 12 months. So we have crossed a bridge that disintegrated behind us. We didn't burn it. There's nothing quote-unquote bad back there. There's actually nothing back there at all. So this is the time to focus forward and really decide what the story of your life is saying to your friends, family, community, and the universe. There's so many planetary alignments and global cycles during this time. Anything you can do on your personal individual level is, without a doubt, contributing to the larger story of Mother Earth. But even more importantly, her evolution is contributing to how your life story unfolds. So this lunation supports changing our individual conceptions and perceptions in radical ways. What are you conceiving and what are you perceiving? It is an incredible time to be awake, alive, and participating. So I hope that is true for you. Then I actually wasn't planning to add this in, but on the 24th, Neptune goes direct, 13 Pisces, pretty big deal. But I wanted to mention it here because Mercury just retrograded at 13 Sag. So again, I said these Sag, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces energies, lessons, how they operate, they're a family. And so there are 4 different angles and sides and perspectives on how we process what we see and hear and learn and experience, and how we process our world on many, many, many levels. So because Neptune's going direct, it gives us a little bit of energy for focusing on that vision. So I say here, it's time to realign our vision in some way. A lot has changed, shifted, or ended altogether over the last year or so, which is opening up space and energy for other life to flourish. The monkey mind needs to raise up to a higher frequency, and at the same time, faith without works means nothing. So it is still a good time to clear the past and prepare for decisions and choices that you will have to make in the very near future. But not this second. Next week's forecast reveals that there is still more dreaming research and vision development that has to happen to ensure success down the line. Be sure to rest when you can this week. Tune into your dreams and the messages that come through your meditations. While things in the 3D world may be crazy and unsettling, you are actually in a delicious position to receive some incredible guidance from within if you can quiet the noise around you and receive. So good luck. So, because it is processing time, I'm going to also suggest here readings, checking in with the ancestors, checking in with your angels to find out whatever it is that you need in terms of guidance and support at this time while we close 2018 and prepare to initiate 2019. And anyone that is really into the astrology side of the energy work that I do, you're probably reading about some big alignments coming in 2020. So it is a good idea to check in with your personal cycles and see where you're at as it relates to these larger social and collective cycles that are rebooting, and there are some big ones coming in 2020 and forward. So 2019 is going to be a pretty interesting year by all accounts. So again, we can check in many different ways, and I really do appreciate being able to support you in this way. So reach out if you need to, and have a great full moon. So thanks for listening. This is Kelly M. Beard of karmictools.wordpress.com, and I'm so grateful for your time, energy, and support. Please share this with those you think would resonate, and reach out if and when you need to. Kelly@karmictools.com, or you can reach me through my contact page on the website. The goal of my weekly forecast is to alert you to the energies and activations that we're all experiencing and the possibilities for conscious co-creation as an individual. Awareness of the energies is the first key, but I invite you to take it to the next level by checking out my readings, telecircles, or subscriptions, which are all geared toward individual support that helps you understand your own unique blueprint. My specialty is cycles and patterns, and I love helping people figure out their own within the context of the social and collective rhythm. To some, working with their own cycles and patterns is a completely new and foreign concept, but there are many planetary cycles that coincide with natural life cycles that allow us to co-create in mystical as well as practical ways. I create custom tools that I have tried and tested myself for over 30 years, and I do the work alongside my circle every time. So I hope you will reach out if you feel called to dive deeper into your own soul's natural rhythm. Talk to you soon. Namaste.